The tech world was shaken recently by a landmark antitrust ruling against Google. This decision has been a long time coming, with many industry experts and competitors closely watching the developments over the years. Judge Amit Mehta of the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia ruled that Google had unlawfully maintained a monopoly in the search engine market. This ruling is seen as a significant victory for those advocating for fair competition and consumer choice. This decision, with its potential to reshape the digital landscape, sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley and beyond. Companies are now reevaluating their strategies and considering the broader implications for their business models. The case, brought forth by the Department of Justice, accused Google of unfairly stifling competition to preserve its dominance in search and related markets. This legal battle has been one of the most closely watched antitrust cases in recent history. The implications of this ruling are far-reaching, impacting not just Google but the entire tech industry and even the future of artificial intelligence. Companies across the tech spectrum are now assessing how this decision might affect their operations and long-term plans. This essay will delve into the details of the case, explore its potential consequences, and offer guidance for businesses navigating this period of significant change. Understanding the nuances of this ruling is crucial for stakeholders at all levels. The digital age, already characterized by rapid evolution and disruption, is poised for a new chapter. This ruling could be the catalyst for a more competitive and innovative tech landscape. Understanding the context of this ruling requires examining the central role Google plays in the digital ecosystem. Google's services are deeply integrated into the daily lives of billions of people. With a market share in search exceeding 90%, Google's influence is undeniable. This dominance has allowed Google to set the terms for much of the online experience. Its search engine has become the gateway to the internet for billions of users worldwide. This centrality has made Google an indispensable part of the digital age. However, this dominance has also attracted scrutiny, with critics arguing that Google leverages its position to unfairly advantage its own products and services, thereby stifling competition and innovation. These concerns have been at the heart of the antitrust debate. The Department of Justice's lawsuit, filed in 2020, represented the culmination of years of investigation and debate about Google's business practices. This case has set a precedent for how digital monopolies might be challenged in the future. At the heart of the case was the allegation that Google engaged in anti-competitive conduct to maintain its monopoly in search. The evidence presented painted a picture of a company using its power to suppress potential rivals. These practices included exclusive agreements with device manufacturers and web browsers, making Google the default search engine and creating significant barriers to entry for competitors. Such tactics have been criticized for limiting consumer choice. The ruling in favor of the Department of Justice signals a potential turning point in antitrust enforcement in the digital age. This decision could pave the way for more rigorous scrutiny of other tech giants and their business practices, potentially leading to a more balanced and competitive market. Judge Mehta's decision meticulously detailed Google's antitrust violations, providing a comprehensive analysis of the company's business practices. He found that Google's contracts with companies like Apple and Mozilla, making Google the default search engine on their devices and browsers, were anti-competitive. These contracts ensured that users were funneled towards Google services, often without their explicit choice. These agreements, the court argued, effectively shut out competitors by denying them access to crucial distribution channels. This created a significant barrier to entry for other search engine providers who could not compete on a level playing field. This, in turn, solidified Google's dominance and limited consumer choice in the search market. Consumers were often unaware of alternative search engines, leading to a lack of diversity in search options. The judge also scrutinized Google's practices regarding its Android operating system. The Android OS, being open source, was supposed to offer flexibility, but Google's licensing terms told a different story. He determined that Google's requirement for phone manufacturers to pre-install Google's search app and other services as a condition for licensing Android also violated antitrust laws. This pre-installation mandate restricted manufacturers' ability to offer alternative apps and services. This bundling strategy, according to the court, unfairly leveraged Google's control over Android to further cement its dominance in search in other markets. By bundling its apps, Google ensured that its services remained front and center on millions of devices. Central to the ruling was the concept of tying, where a dominant company leverages its power in one market to gain an unfair advantage in another. This practice was seen as a way to stifle competition and maintain market control. In this case, Google's dominance in search, achieved through anti-competitive practices, was deemed to have been unfairly used to extend its reach into other areas, such as mobile operating systems and web browsing. This cross-market influence was a key factor in the court's decision. This, the court found, stifled competition and ultimately harmed consumers by limiting choice and innovation. When competition is restricted, consumers often face higher prices and fewer innovative products. The judge's decision emphasized the importance of a level playing field in the digital marketplace. Ensuring fair competition is crucial for fostering innovation and providing consumers with better options. By preventing Google from using its dominance in one area to unfairly advantage itself in others, the ruling aims to foster competition and innovation across the tech sector. This could lead to a more dynamic and diverse market environment. This, in turn, is expected to benefit consumers by providing them with greater choice and potentially lower prices. A competitive market encourages companies to improve their offerings and reduce costs. The ruling, however, is likely just the beginning of a long legal battle, with Google expected to appeal the decision. The outcome of this case could have far-reaching implications for the tech industry and antitrust enforcement. The Google antitrust ruling has drawn comparisons to the landmark 1999 case against Microsoft, a case that fundamentally altered the tech industry. In that case, Microsoft was found to have used its dominance in the operating system market to unfairly promote its Internet Explorer browser, stifling competition from Netscape Navigator. This led to a prolonged legal battle and significant regulatory scrutiny. While the specifics of the cases differ, both highlight the challenges of regulating dominant tech companies and ensuring a level playing field in the digital marketplace. The complexities of these cases underscore the evolving nature of technology and the law's attempt to keep pace. The Microsoft case resulted in significant changes to the tech landscape, setting a precedent for how antitrust laws could be applied to technology companies. It paved the way for the rise of alternative web browsers like Firefox and Chrome, ultimately leading to a more competitive and innovative browsing experience for users. This shift not only diversified the market, but also spurred advancements in web technology. Similarly, the Google ruling has the potential to reshape the search engine market, potentially altering the dynamics of how we access information online. By challenging Google's dominance and potentially forcing changes to its business practices, the ruling could create opportunities for alternative search engines to gain a foothold. This could lead to a more diverse and competitive environment, fostering innovation and better services for users. However, it remains to be seen whether the Google ruling will have as significant an impact as the Microsoft case. The tech landscape today is vastly different, with new challenges and opportunities. Google's dominance in search is arguably more entrenched than Microsoft's was in operating systems. The company's integration into various aspects of digital life makes it a more complex entity to regulate. Additionally, the nature of the internet has changed significantly since the Microsoft case, with mobile devices and apps playing a much larger role. The shift towards mobile computing has introduced new dynamics and regulatory challenges. Despite these differences, the Google ruling serves as a reminder that even the most dominant tech companies are not immune to antitrust scrutiny. It highlights the ongoing tension between innovation and regulation. It signals a shift in the regulatory landscape, with governments around the world increasingly willing to challenge the power of big tech. This growing willingness to confront tech giants marks a significant change in how regulatory bodies view their role in the digital economy. This new era of tech regulation is likely to have profound implications for the future of the internet and the digital economy. As we move forward, the balance between fostering innovation and ensuring fair competition will be crucial in shaping the digital landscape. The antitrust ruling against Google extends beyond the realm of search engines and into the burgeoning field of artificial intelligence. Google's vast data reserves collected through its various products and services have been instrumental in its AI development. This data dominance has given Google a significant advantage in training its AI algorithms, leading to advancements in areas like natural language processing, image recognition, and personalized recommendations. However, the antitrust ruling could potentially disrupt Google's access to this valuable resource. If Google is forced to change its data collection practices or share data with competitors, it could level the playing field in AI development. This could lead to a more diverse and competitive AI landscape, with smaller companies and startups having greater opportunities to innovate. The implications for generative AI are particularly significant. Generative AI, which focuses on creating new content such as text, images, and code, relies heavily on large data sets for training. Google's vast data resources have given it a significant edge in this field, allowing it to develop cutting-edge generative AI models like Bard and Lambda. If Google's access to data is restricted, it could slow down its progress in generative AI and potentially open the door for competitors to catch up. This could lead to a more diverse and competitive generative AI landscape, with a wider range of companies and organizations contributing to innovation in this rapidly evolving field. The antitrust ruling, therefore, has the potential to shape not just the future of search, but also the future of AI itself.